Now we will recreate that user form. So first of all, press Alt F11 to open Visual Basic Editor. Just go to Insert and click on User Form. So on your screen you can see we have a blank user form, and here we have associated toolbar. If this toolbar does not appear automatically, then what you can do, you can go to View, and here we have toolbar. Just click on this and that will reappear. And on the bottom side here we have the properties of user form 1. If this also does not appear, then go to View, and here we have properties window. So click on this. Now what we need to do, we need to insert those boxes. So click on this label and simply drag it on user form. Now click on text box and simply drag it here. Do the same thing once again. Click on label and drag it here. Click on text box and drag it here. Now click on label 1. We don't want to display label 1 here. What do we want? We want to display name instead of label 1. So what we need to do, we need to change this caption, and click here and simply type name. Press enter and you will see it is updated here. Now click on label 2. Then you will see the properties have been changed from label 1 to label 2. Now click here and change this label 2 to salary, and here the caption is changed to salary. Now click on this text box and the properties will be associated with this particular text box. Let me change the name of this text box and change this to txt name. Click on this second text box and change this text box to simply txt salary. Now we will be using txt salary and txt name when we will be writing the code associated with these two boxes. Now press F5 and just see what happens. User form has appeared on the screen, but if you write anything here, the data will not be transferred, because we have to still add some coding which will take the data from this user form and enter into Excel. So close this and just go to toolbox, and here we have command button. Click on this and simply drag it here. Now you can see the properties are associated with command button. So first of all, change this name to, let's say, add underscore detail, and change the caption from command button 1 to submit. Now what we want to copy the data of name and salary into Excel when you will click on this submit button. So what we need to do, we need to write some coding which will be written for submit only. So double click on this, and whatever code you will write between private sub and sub, that will run when you will click on submit button. So we will be writing the code between private sub and sub. What is the code that we have to write? We have to first define few variables. So dim x and y. These are our two variables. So what is x? X is txt name dot value, and what is y? Y is txt salary dot value. Now you will wonder, what is this txt name dot value? So press shift F7 to bring user form on the screen. This is the particular box which is named as txt name, and second box was renamed as txt salary. So whatever value you will put within these two boxes, that will be taken into those variables. So here in this two line of code, we are referring to the values of those two boxes. Now what we want to do, we want to transfer the value of x and y into column B and C from blank row onwards. So first of all, we have to write a macro which will determine where is the blank row. So what we can do, we can use do while and do until command to determine the blank row. So let me write range B7 dot select do while active cell dot value is not equal to blank, and what it should do, it should offset one row below it. So active cell dot offset one row 0 column dot select, and put this under loop. We have discussed a lot about this particular command, so I am not spending any time on this. Once we have determined the blank row, we will put the value of x and y. So let me write active cell dot value is equal to x, and then active cell dot offset 0 row 1 column dot value is equal to y.